starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
To advance to the next level with your ONET blog? Gain an understanding of how to achieve success by learning crucial methods, such as how to maintain consistency and how to develop meaningful connections with your audience. You can join millions of others from around the globe in this safe, secure social media platform, free, simply by registering at www.coolzone.ai. Next-gen software is futuristic. Improve business efficiency and innovation. You may passively use and commercialize next-generation AI tools with the next global AI powerhouse. Register for free at www.coolzone.ai. Learn how top brands are using AI to create dynamic marketing. Get your free account. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai.
Hey, thank you for coming. Okay, look, if you subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get every video they produce. Every day, every minute, every month. Yep. And if you give them a thumbs up, it'll make them happy, especially Chris Johnson. And if you write a nice comment, positive, something really encouraging, inspiring, they'll show it live. That's what they do. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. As you can see, we have a full press. We got Chris Johnson's here all the time, and we invited Mr. Colin Manna. We're going to do some discussions and a little bit of Q&A, which we do on Saturday. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is let's remember what we say, what we do, what we post is representative of the company, our own company that was built for us from scratch. So I would be very careful. I see things where guarantee amounts are put in. That is a horrible thing to do. It's not only, it absolutely hurts everyone in Onpassive. We don't need to do it. You don't need to guarantee anything. There's nothing in life that's guaranteed except you know what, right? We're all going to die one day. We're all going to pay taxes. There's your guarantee. But we have had a company built for us, global, the highest technology possible, handed to us on a silver platter. Why would you plop a turd on it? Okay? It just doesn't make sense to make something bad out of something great. Listen, you can't guarantee stuff. And Chris saw a post, I saw the same one. We got to be careful. If you see something, I don't care who you are, we're all responsible for each other. How's that? It's not leader and the different levels. We're not different levels. Some of us do different positions or different things in Onpassive, and that's all it is. Some people make videos. Some people organize events, Peter Rogers. Some people make songs. Some people write. So let's remember that. But all of us collectively, we can stop some of this nonsense. I'm going to give you an example. I don't care whose YouTube channel you're on. If you see something that's not Onpassive, and you know what I mean by that, it's negative, it's thoughtless, it's spineless, it's darkness, get rid of it. And there's a way to do it. If it's somebody being not very nice, let's say, 3 dots next to their name, report them. If they're saying something you don't want, they're harassing you and me. If we all do it, it's powerful, very powerful. if you're online, all of you, a lot of you, many of us are on Facebook. If you see a post that is not true, you have the right as somebody with a business and Onpassive to tell them. You don't have to come back and say, go tell Marty, go tell Collins or Chris. What? No, you have the right to say, look, that's not true. Take it down. If everybody starts doing that, but here's what happens. These guys come up with these hypey posts like you're going to make $1 million in an hour. All right, thumbs up, great. Come on. Go in. Don't be nasty. Just say, hey, take this down. It isn't true. Or say, this is Onpassive. None of this is true. You could do that. Look, we're our brothers and sisters keeper, but we also need to take care of the very company that was built for us, for my opinion, for nothing. I don't even, what did I pay? 97 was given back. All this was built for us for nothing. So let's work with each other. Let's clean up our act. We're about to go on to the starting line again. Starting line 2.0. And I believe this is going to be unbelievable. When that gun goes off, we're going to see lives starting to be changed. We've talked about it last night on Iran. We talked about it on Heroes. Lives are about to be changed. And we don't need any nonsense. If we can work together and clean up everything, look, people can do what they want, say what they want. But if you're an Onpassive, you can't. You can say the truth, and if you're not sure, say this is my opinion. But when you make a fact like that, and then, by the way, if you share a post that's not true, you're agreeing. If you're sharing it, you're agreeing. Please, let's work together. Don't attack anybody, but let's work together to take care of our business. I'm telling you, the potential of this company and the business that you're in will change your life forever. I didn't say how soon. I didn't make a promise to $1 million a month, but you're well on your way to something you would have never gotten in any other company on the entire planet. Guaranteed. So please, let's work together. Anyway, the other thing is we're going to do a Q&A at the end. And you put a Q in the front and ask a question. If it's a question that has been answered, listen, some of your questions are being answered indirectly. If somebody says, when's the next product's coming out? Let me hit that for you right now. Nothing's going to move ahead like that until we get this bottleneck of the merchant money moving both ways. Why would the company add another product with a problem that we're having money being paid both ways? And by the way, as said, that dilemma where that merchant held a lot of money, millions of millions, I believe, they got a date that they're going to release. So that's done. But think about what you're saying. Here's what goes on in Onpassive. Not one thing is done that doesn't affect something else. That's all of AI and IT. You make one little, especially when you're on an OES platform where everything's together. If you make one adjustment all the way down this chain reaction, this changes, it's not as easy as people think. Because it looks easy, that's how you can tell how technical it really is. Because the easier they make it look, the more technology involved. If you were doing coding and you're doing stuff that's a little harder, that would be less than they did. But they did it all. But when they change something, it's not boom, boom. The virtual background, okay? Is it perfect? No. But it says beta. And let me tell you something right now, and I don't mind saying this. Of course, I'm proud of my company and the products. There's nobody right now, this is another reason I had Collins on, there's no other that I've ever seen in the top 5 video conferencing platforms that have a better backdrop than we do. None. Some of them I can't find how to turn it on, but they're no better. Do we have a way to go? Yeah. Some of them are beautiful colors, but there's a little bit of a twitch. Let me explain to you, being non-technical. Can you imagine a moving video with different dimensions like me? I'm sitting in this big freaking chair. Behind that's a wall. Now throw up something behind me that has to be focused, not moving. While I'm doing this or this or this, it's got to be steady. It's not a light switch. It's very the things we think might be simple are some of the hardest things. Now let me say something, and Collins is pumping all this stuff in his head. I'll have a lot to say about it. Because Onpassive went after O-Connect first was the best thing they could have done. Because O-Connect is the head of the octopus. Everything's going to feed back using O-Connect, my opinion, looking at the way things are going. No matter what you're doing, you're training, you're talking, you're discussing, all of that is amazing. And I want to tell you, and I'm going to say it again. If Mr. Mafaro said, hey, DeGarmo in New Jersey, here's O-Connect, here's the pay, here's how you receive pay, I'll never have to work again in my life. One product, no doubt about it. Why? I bring people in free that are using a platform now. I don't care which one. And I show them the cost. I show them the technology. I show them the one single sign-on where you can do, Shorty. He's wrestling with the dog 2 feet from me, guys. Anyway, all these things that you get. And then on top of that, a price that is, could be as much as 60% less than any one of them. I'm not done yet. And get paid a commission. Shut the front door. Turn me over, I'm done, right? That's what we're all getting. You bring them in for free. Listen, you don't have to be a marketer to do this. The worst thing you can do, and I'm going to say this out loud to everyone, the worst thing you can do is pretend you're a marketer. Why the hell would we pretend we're marketers when we're non-passive? You don't need to be a marketer. When you go in to do something you don't feel comfortable about, people will catch it. If I walk up and go, yeah, I've got this product, no thanks, could be the best in the world. But if I was to say, hey, I want to meet with a few people, meet me there, here's the link. What's this? Oh, it's a new conferencing platform. It's more secure and it's got everything I need right on the panel. I'll have to jump around. Okay, I'll be there. Or you can walk up and say, I got the best conferencing platform in the world. It's got really high technology, and get all fancy, and people aren't going to do it. Bring them in with a different attitude, why they're coming, what you're doing, and let them know you're using it. I'm doing it. Hey, you want to come on Zoom? No, I don't use Zoom. Why? It costs way too much, and I got a lot more features what I use. You don't have to say Onpassive. You don't have to say Ask Me For. You don't have to say Marty DeGarmo, Collins, Manna. Just say the basic things. It'll blow it up, everybody. Do not be a marketer. Marketer and Onpassive is a joke. It's a joke. You don't need to do it. You share this thing with your heart. You make a video that's you, like all of you have done. Make a video. Down the road, I just want to tell you, we're going to have so many tools that anybody can use. And listen, we're going to have a meeting. People get together. We share ideas. We'll blow this thing up. I know nobody likes that word. That's the only word I know, okay? We're going to blow this thing up. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Collins first, and then we'll go to Chris. And I want to thank you, Collins, for coming in. And I want to say something else that I haven't said in a long time. About 2.5 years ago, I met Collins and the other OTech pros. One of the best things that happened for the company and for me personally is when I met them. I don't believe anything's an accident. And I admitted last night that I manipulated them and I used them. Nasty me. But there was a reason why. Once I heard them, I knew their background. In my mind, I did this. It's who I am, I guess. Wow, they can make an impact on the part where people don't understand the technology. But if you can understand what's involved in the technology and they can relate that to all of us, it'll put it'll calm down the ocean. And they did a fantastic job. Way, way better than I could have expected. And they did great. I knew they would, but they even did, they passed it. And I warned them, okay, you guys get together, do your thing. You better flap your wings harder. You're going to hit the ground. And if you flap and you soar, your life's not going to be the same. It's not. But it was worth it. Everybody says it, everybody that watches them. So things work out. That's why all of you, I don't care who you are here, you got somebody that needs to be pushed up to the top, push them. I want to meet him. Collins wants to meet him. Chris wants to meet him. Ash wants to meet him. So, and all of you are worth it. You're valuable. You're what made the company strong. Listen, the power of this company, I'm going to say it again, is you. The technology is the best. We have no control over that. But the power of the company, the core of this company is you. We can move mountains. Why? Good-hearted, God-fearing, knock this mountain down, whatever's in our way. You have to be nasty. And then what backs us up? Onpassive. And Mr. Mufara. Anyway, over to you, Collins, before I start preaching. Tomorrow's Sunday, not Sunday.
Thank you, Marty and Chris, for inviting me. It's a great day. Marty, even the OTech Pro, we can't really take credit because, you were there to guide us, with the rest of the Onpassive family. Without you, there is no OTech Pro. Without the Onpassive family, there is no OTech Pro. You need people to talk to and people who believe that what you are doing is right. Because if they don't believe in you, it means what you are doing is wrong. So we are really grateful and honored to take that journey, to help the company, to help the founders to understand what they have laid their hand on. Because Onpassive is massive. But today I want to look at, Marty talked a lot about O Connect, and what O Connect will do. It is true because it is really valuable. And if you look at the price point Mr. Ash Mofara is giving, while he suffered, build such a company, spend so much money, on building a product, because single product is not easy. If you look at the price of each of those products, it's a lot of money, what is out there. But why will someone come, build this company, build this product, and, the product is so, the quality is really high, but he chose to give it, for very, very affordable price where anybody can lay hand on it. The main idea, when you look at it, is about humanity. Humanity can be in any form. Humanity where people can still make something out of it. Humanity where company can still use the product to enhance their own company, because there are companies that are struggling. So Mr. Ash Mofara built a platform to support everybody. Doesn't care who you are, doesn't care what your job title is, doesn't care. But the moment you come into Onpassive, there is something for you, because the core principle is about humanity. When we talk, sometimes you look at it, what is it like for you to have a time and financial freedom? For those who come in and they say they want to participate, become an affiliate, have we ever think about time and financial freedom? Last week, I was discussing with my colleague and we're talking about a lot of things, retirement age, and he even brought my attention that retirement age now for men, United Kingdom, is 68 years. And I said, oh my God, it means if we continue to work, maybe the government will increase it again to 70 years. It means we have to work until we die, So the guy was just telling me, Collins, I just have to save my money because there is just no way I can really work until 70 years. So, and we're thinking about it. I said, what if you are in Onpassive? And you said, all right, those who are retired, that's fine. But those who are still working, and you say, all right, you still have 20 to 30 years more in your life guaranteed to work. And the retirement age will continue to go up, go up. The time will come where retirement age will be 75 years. It means you will work until the moment you are coming off, you are going straight to your grave. You don't even have time to enjoy your retirement. So what if there is a company that can guarantee you, like Onpassive, guarantee you and say, yes, we know we are taking our time building this solution, but when you are in, you give yourself 5 years, you have time and financial freedom. You give yourself guaranteed 5 years in Onpassive. It means that retirement age waiting for you at the age of 70, you will not be there anymore. It's history. Because Onpassive taking you out of that trap, put you in a path, a good path, where you are looking a way, you having a time and financial freedom to go and do good, because you cannot give what you don't have. Mr. Ash Mofara want to guarantee you, said you will do less, pay less for a high quality product and then earn more. That's the core principle of Onpassive. Earning more over time so you can go out and do good. Mr. Ash Mofara will not say this if he is not sure that what he is saying is right, because they have the team to look at it, look the technology, know what the technology can bring over time. We know all of those technology out there. How many of us know that when you look at Google Analytics, a year you are paying $150 a year for Google Analytics. 1 month is $12,500 for you to pay subscription base. You know, what if you have a system that will give you half or less of that price? A lot of companies will flock in. They will jump in. And what will happen? Onpassive will just grow and grow and explode. The moment you are in and you own those products, you said, all right, I want to become an affiliate to make something, own most of the product. Tell me in 5 years' time, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time, where will you be? Start to think about it. It is not quick like this or the switch of a light, but you are in, you grow gradually. Like Chris always said, you know, you are married. Say you are a married person. One of you stop your job because Onpassive is taking over a lot of things, bringing at least some income to cover some of the costs that you are running. Over time, all of you stop your job. You're not working again because Onpassive puts you to where you want to be. And over time, you've paid all your debt and you are free, debt free, everything free. Over time, is it not a good thing, a place to be? How many of you, when someone said, I'll guarantee you over time, where your job will be history and Onpassive will be your main job? That is guaranteed because it is there. The facts are there. Technology doesn't lie. There is no way. We are in the era of technology and technology doesn't lie. Sometimes you look at the people, if you want to count the richest people in the world, most of them, they are in technology. Technology makes them to be wealthy, you know. So what we are and what we have in our hand, Mr. Ashbufa have replicated Onpassive to as many people who want to participate. He built a business and he replicated it to those who want to come. The more you come in, Mr. Ashbufa, take a piece of it. It belongs to you. Own it. I will supply you. I'm the main supplier of your products, but you own it. The world will know your name because you own something in Onpassive. And Mr. Ash Mofara is there doing it for you whilst you sleep. You know, so I will leave it there, Marty. I just want to share that. It's just crazy and really nice to be here.
You did fantastic. You always do. I'm so glad. Let me add something that people need to know. And now I'm going to talk about Chris Johnson a little bit, okay? Everybody knows he's on a trip. People have said that. I'm not going to be nasty. I know everybody automatically, oh my God, no, I'm not. Everybody sees he went on this trip. He got a camper. He didn't listen. The guy lived at work for at least the last 10 or 15 years that he worked there. Lived there. Hour and so drive, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week sometimes, right? Crazy hour, crazy. And he worked at a auto assembly plant. Let me tell you something. He sacrificed his life to get what he's got. And what everybody see him doing has nothing to do with Onpassive paying for anything. Chris paid for that, and it cost him 30-some years, okay? He didn't pay for it last month. He didn't pay for it the month before. He didn't get this big load of money that fell on him. But the point I want to make is what Chris had, no matter how much he worked in an area where you worked so long, he was able to retire 10 years earlier than the average. Most men retire at 65 years old. And if you're really, really lucky, you've got 16 more years to live. And those are going to be years where you're falling the freak apart. You got medical, and you're going to make less money than you did when you worked. That's not a life. So Chris worked that hard and knocked off 10 years. Now, he beat himself up 10 years worth in 5 years working at the plant where he's at. But the point is, he was fortunate to be in a company where they still had a good benefit for retirement. Those days are gone, everybody. The average person, believe it or not, I believe, and I could be wrong, has 7 or 8 different jobs in their adult life. Average. Pretty hard to build a 20, 30-year career in something to get a really good, what you would call retirement. So those days are gone. I remember when I was younger, somebody got it. There was the golden ticket. The golden ticket was, can you get a job at a car manufacturer? Any of them. Now, what people don't realize, most of those people aren't that happy. They work you to death. Yeah, they pay well. They got good benefits, but you're an assembly too. I want to tell you about an assembly line. If it's moving, it's not breathing, it's not sweating, it's not farting, you got to do the same thing. You can't stop. Everything's always moving. So, everybody looks at the grass is greener on the other side. Man, not necessarily. But here's the point that Collins was saying also, and I believe it 100%. We have no guarantee for tomorrow. None of us. If I died tonight, it would suck. But if I did, I want to say Onpassive, out of everything I've ever did in my life, rewarded me better than any one of them. Because I don't think money alone is what makes people happy. I don't think the pursuit of money makes people happy. Listen, I've said this a long time ago. I want to make enough money where I don't have to freaking think about it. Do I like little games and toys? Absolutely. I'm a freaking maniac. I love that stuff. I also love seeing people get their toys. That means a lot. A while back, me and Chris were able to hand out gifts, okay? Don't need to get into the details. Best time I ever had. Watching people's expression, hearing them and all that, it was so cool. And Onpassive is giving. It's a giving company. I just can't wait to see the other end of this. We're walking towards the end of the rainbow. At the end of the rainbow is the pot of gold. And I believe everybody's got a pot coming. When? How much? How soon? Nobody can tell you that. But if you get in this journey like we are, and I'm talking to people that aren't in yet, you're looking for a place where people treat each other with respect. There's no backstabbing. You might have a few. You know what I love about the company? The backstabbers, the darkness thinking people, sooner or later, they leave. It's no doubt. If you've got nothing but goodness mixed in, the bad wants out. They don't feel comfortable being there, and that's okay. I'm not putting people down. Everybody's got a different part in their life, but we're surrounded by great people. So anyway, I'm going to go to Chris. But remember that when you hear something, oh, yeah, but he got to hear, it's not true. Chris worked a lifetime to do what he's doing now, a complete lifetime. So that's what it is. Now, I'm going to go back to other things about Chris. Yes, he's a dumbass. He's a pain in the ass. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, go ahead, Chris. I can't give you too much because it'll not good for me.
Yeah, that was pretty good. All right, guys, we are going to do a Q&A, but let's wait till after I'm done. I won't be long because these guys covered a lot. Again, welcome to my brother Collins, my favorite. Um, and then once we do start the Q&A, I ask everyone stop like chatting in the chat. Just hang on, let these questions come up in there when we do it. So let me first start out by saying some prayers. I don't know if you heard last night. Yesterday, Ron's wife Dee had a nasty fall on her face. She broke her collarbone. She's at home doing better, but she's in pain. She needs the prayers. Probably Ron does too. So help them out. The Ramakees, Paul and Gemma, give them some prayers. John Mackey had his surgery yesterday. To my knowledge, I've not heard back from Caroline yet, but keep them in your prayers. Darius Edwards, fighting stage 3 cancer. Harold, Gina Levy, Narelle's son, and Fatmata is going to a hospital appointment on the 13th. She's asking for prayers for good news. So keep them in your prayers. If anything, say a nice word for them. Keep them in your thoughts. It's a pretty nice thing to do. Yeah, boy, Marty just gave me a nightmare history of my life. And honestly, I try not to think about it, but I would trade 32 years of nonstop working for a few years of doing nothing in a passive to earn that success. And that's really what it's all about. You're right. It took me 32 years to get where I'm at today. Did I take some nice vacations in between? I did. Was I blessed? I think I was. But when I look back and realize some of the things I did, I breathed chemicals that actually shrunk my lungs, actually gave me a heart attack. When I was 35, I've got more cuts and stitches on my body from sheet metal, from the cars, expulsion in the eye, in the ears, burns all over my body from spot welding, from arc welding, you name it. And people say, oh, but you did it. I did. I'm the lucky one. Yeah, and I did. I retired when I was 53 years old. And I did my last 8 years, 130, average 130 hours a week. I think that we do things because we don't know there's anything better out there. I did it because I followed the thumb as in your last 10 years, you work as much as you can. You make as much as you can. That's the golden rule. And most people don't have that. Most people don't have nothing. They might work. I know people that work job for 35 years right now, and they don't have a pension. They actually built their own 401k or their own investment plan, where some companies back in the day, boy, they took care of your insurance, your 401ks, what you put in, they doubled it or they matched it. All kind of great things. That's all gone. I mean, if you're in a company right now that offers that stuff to you, God bless you, you know. But then we come into Onpassive. Now remember, 32 years of nothing but work. I worked a lot of Saturday and Sundays, let me tell you that. I'm making up for them now, but I don't want to make up for them. I don't want you to have to make up anything. I want you to start living your life a lot more than I did. And that's a fact. 2 kids, married, divorced, never got married again. Genius man here. Starting to have a little bit of fun in my life right now, traveling, doing things I've dreamed about doing. I couldn't do that when I worked those hours. Matter of fact, I couldn't do that. I've been on a vacation for like 3 months now, if you think about it. How many of you ever gone on a vacation for 3 months? What I'm doing is saying, this is what your life is going to be like when Onpassive starts flowing and going and moving and grooving. This is the options that you're going to have. How many of you would like to say, man, I'd like to go for 3 months somewhere? It's pretty darn nice. I'm not going to lie. All right. But this is my retirement. Started very late. But I know that Onpassive is going to put you all in that same place. Now, Collins talked about the married life of, one working, one not. In this world today, both parents seem to have to work. Kids are getting out of hand. You got someone else raising your kids. It's crazy, but that seems the way of it. Let me tell you, if you are a couple in Onpassive and both of you do work, in the first 6 months, my opinion is one of you are going to be able to retire or quit your job to stay home with those kids. In a year after that, in my opinion, you both will stay home with your kids, going on nice vacations. But see, your kids are in school, so you got to wait till they get out of school to go on those couple month vacations. but it'll be well worth it because most people get 2 weeks a year. 2 weeks a year for vacation. Think about it. 365 days a year and you get 2 weeks vacation. It's a ripoff if you ask me. That ain't life. I lived it. It's not a life. It's no living because I tell you, your first day on vacation, you're thinking about, oh my God, I got to come back.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruined my vacations. I'm thinking, oh my God, I only got 5 days left, 4 days. I'm counting it down. I'm already destroying my vacation because I'm thinking about going home. Right? This is the first time in my life where I'm thinking, I told him, I might go home next week. I got some things I got to take care of. And I'll call him back later. I'm going to stay another week. It's a great option. Listen, that is the greatest option in the world to have. Think about it. To stay somewhere where you want to because you want to not come home because you got a job to go to. Or man, I got friends down here who live in Michigan actually, and they call snowbirds. They call them down here. They got a wedding, they got to go home. They got a wedding, they go home, and then you know what they do? Then they come back. They don't have to go home for the job. Oh God, I got to be up at 5 o'clock. Listen? How many of you said this? Now I work the afternoon shift, so it was different for me. Oh my God! In a couple hours, I gotta go to bed early on Sunday because I got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. The worst possible thing that you could say to yourselves, God, I got to get up. Most people, when they retire, they throw away their alarm clock. True statement there. You don't see a watch on this cat. All right. I don't care about time anymore. But this is what's coming your way through Onpassive. Marty and I had a great little conversation yesterday. All right. He was talking about how we do lives every day. And I start saying some things. And he made a very good comment to me is we do lives 7 days a week to keep people on their toes, to keep people educated. Even if we don't have an update to tell them, we're going to find another way to motivate them, to keep them planned in. Doing live 7 days a week is fun. It's not always easy, but we're bringing on people like Collins, Jerry Nix the other day. That's what we're going to start doing to keep you motivated. If we didn't do live 7 days a week, if we did live 1 day a week, you'd all be in turmoil, I think. We do it because we know how great Onpassive is going to be, and we want to remind you every single day of what you're in. Every single day, we're going to remind you what you're in. All right? There's people out there knocking us right now. They think we're crazy. I had one of my buddies text me last night. You're a loser for what you're doing. Woo, I'm a great loser. That's advertising. Because most of these people that knock us down, they're going to feel so stupid. So stupid when this all goes down. Especially that little, I won't even say the name. Okay, you guys are really going to feel stupid. But we do this because we love it. We don't do it because we have to. We do it because we want to. We want to keep you motivated, excited, knowing that there's a better way, a different way, a unique way that's going to completely change your life. Think about it. Completely change your life. 3 months on a vacation. Hey, honey, where are you going? I'm going grocery shopping. Not having to worry about marking the list. Okay, I got to put that back. Oh, my God, my transmission just went out of my car. There's $3,000. I don't have it. What do? You throw it on a credit card. 6 months later, you got $9,000 on your credit card. All this is going to go away through Onpassive. Let Onpassive pick you up. Let Onpassive carry you. That's one of the things it was designed for. Ash didn't do this so you become rich. He did it to help you with all the troubles and ailments that are out there that are so corrupt. Taxes and bills. We owe. Off to work we go. Man, I was glad to throw that out the door. All right? Just keep yourself up and positive. Ash is going through some struggles, I got to believe right now, my opinion. But when those struggles are over, it's on. free flowing income from doing absolutely nothing but talking a little bit, sharing, watching people that yelled at you get in this thing. Oh my God, is that really works? Yeah, but trying to tell you it really works. It works, guys. Marty, that's all I got. Back to you and Collins.
Wow. Okay. Thank God. Thought we were going to hurt yourself. No, that was very good. Look, speaking from the heart, that's what happens. Anyway, like I said, yeah, he talks about us doing. Listen, these lives are as good for me as they are for anybody that likes them. It keeps me going. It keeps me knowing that we can be together, right? I mean, everything we do, life's short. We're going to remember. I'm telling you, and this is why. As said, I know we're hurting. Trust me, guys. I could tell you some horror stories what's going on for me right now. But the point is, we're going to remember when the money comes in and the baby's born and things are moving nicely, that the most priceless thing of all, when you get older and we're about to leave this planet, will be the journey, what we did together, the times we spent. Sitting in a living room chatting with people about funny stuff that we did, or something we planned and it didn't work out, or going off script, or open mic, or a hot mic. It was fun. Nobody really hurt anybody, but we had a lot of fun. I really did. I enjoyed it. I look forward to it. Now, yeah, obviously people that don't see what I see are thinking, this guy's a freaking nut. This guy could market with so-and-so and they could go out and they could do whatever. Yeah, I know. But together, man, how powerful we are. I've learned from Collins. I've learned from Chris. I tried to learn something, because the day you think you know everything, you stop learning. You stop figuring out what's going on. Nobody knows everything. Nobody, except God. And he's not telling us. And we only use what, a tenth of our brain or something? But I love the idea. You hear about AI, and I look up AI news every day and all the good things it's doing for mankind, and then there's other people look at the bad it's going to do. I would rather not. And people will keep that in check, right? Every generation had a big impact. Something big happened. Not this big. Not as big as the AI is going to be, but they had people that were afraid of it. What's going to happen? I remember in 1999 that when we went to 2000, the sky's going to fall, the earth's going to flip upside down, there's going to be a big explosion, we're all gone. Well, it's 2024, we're still here. I did have a big explosion yesterday. I had an earthquake. It wasn't that big. I dropped my lunch, as Chris said. It woke up my grandson. I want to tell you what, if a little tremor like that, nobody got hurt, could wake up my grandson, I'd like to have it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday around 7 a.m. because I can't get him up. You do a little rumble jungle up there, he's up, man. I mean, yeah, it's perfect. Anyway, today is Saturday. Make sure you, if you want to come on Minnow tonight for trivia, that's at 9:30. It's a lot of fun. There's other things in the back office, but let's keep focused. Let's help each other. Our goal can only be, we don't build the equipment. We're not paying the mortgages. We're not paying salaries. And by the way, I want to let you know, there's about 2,000 webinars a day going on, and Mr. Mufaro is paying the bill until he can get this other item going. Who does that? We can have a live that said, who does that? What company does that? What person does this? That's an hour show nonstop. Everything he's ever done is about giving us, even no matter how bad he's got it, he's looking out for, well, what can I give the people that are in, the early bird people? What can I give them while they wait, while we repair what's going on? Crazy. It's crazy. And most of the stuff is out of his control. out of his control. Anything you're doing in Onpassive right now, until we get everything internal, that's life. That's the way it goes. And keep in mind, not everybody in the world is as excited about Onpassive hitting the gas pedal to the floor. Trust me. In fact, there's a lot that say, "Whoa, that can't be." And there's some that go, "Whoa, that is money. I want to get my hands on it." Both ways it happens. Anyway, I'm pretty much done. Collins, you say something before we leave, and Chris, and then
You don't want to do a Q&A?
oh yeah, go ahead. You have them written down, or you want to start now?
No, I told people stop writing in the chat and ask your questions if you have. But most of the founders are answering some of the questions in there. Of course, we got some ding dongs in there, but normal.
What?
So if you guys got any Q&A questions, put them in there now.
You want to say?
We'll see what we can do to answer.
Hold on 1 minute, Chris.
All right.
Shorty wants to do something. Go ahead.
Casey Zevenbergen.
Hi, Shorts.
All right.
Not see any. Colin, do you see any questions in there?
I'm just looking, not seeing any. I'm just looking now. Scroll
Come
down.
on. Hit us with your best shot.
Looking, no question. Oh, question.
You can even put a comment. There's Casey.
Question. There's one. Thomas McKenna. I want to bring people into Onpassive, but I need to know a date of when payment will come. Go ahead, Marty. You can have that one.
Thomas, you're not going to get that. I'll tell you what. The day that payments are coming is when everything I just said falls into place. You know, we all should know that September 1st, payments started. September 3rd, no, within days or hours, the merchant dropped the ball. You have to have a merchant to transfer money both directions. And they couldn't. Not only did it not happen, they froze up the money that's there. It still froze up. That's why we didn't get paid yet. Is it going to happen? Yeah. He has a date. He's not saying it because he can't. But the facts are, it's a very clear picture. I believe if you look at what's being going on, you will be given the picture of where we are and why we are where we are. Now, the problem is people don't want to see that picture. I want to know when we're getting it. There's your answer. We've got a flat tire on our Rolls Royce. We're repairing it. When we're done, then we go. And they don't want to make it so it's a Band-Aid. The worst thing we could do is pay people. Everybody's happy, jumping for joy. Oh my gosh, this is so great. And then not be able to pay the next commission that comes out. They don't want to do that. They got to build, they got to find a way that is rock solid. I would rather them take time and never pause again, because the company never paused. It was out of our control. And that's the best I can answer it.
Okay, he's kind of a troublemaker, this guy, but I think any one of us can answer this question. When in the history of time has anyone gotten paid for doing absolutely nothing? Marty, you want to start, or Collins? I can give him a good answer.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
Go play the lottery. You can win some money there, right? You don't have to do nothing there. The time is starting now with a unique company that's never done it before. Mr. I can't pronounce your name. That's your answer. All right, you can question it. I don't know why you would, but we've already seen it happen, and it's going to happen again once it's turned on. So just be ready for it. Listen, every day someone comes up with an idea around the world to better something. Ashmafar just came up with one for business. Collins, you want to back anything up on that?
To me, for everything, people need to have patience. You know, there are a lot of things that, you know, they're doing behind the scenes, which we don't know. You know, this is a corporate body, and we cannot treat it like like the switch off of a hand. For what people can think, they can think whatever they want to think. But to be honest with you, if you cannot understand that Onpassive is an IT company and it takes time to build a lot of things because there are several moving parts, and you have your way of a traditional business, the way they think like a traditional business is a shop where you can just open, put a lot of things there and wait for customers to come. Even that type of traditional business still take time. You know, in technology, nothing is guaranteed until you get to the final stage and you say, yes, this is it. So you are either in, be patient, or if you choose to say, yeah, you want to go and be negative, so be it. But what I always say, if you are negative, when the time comes, take the screenshot of your negativity and show it to your grandchildren. I said, I was one of the person that used to go after these people. I used to laugh at Marty when Marty is speaking. I used to laugh at Chris when Chris is speaking. I used to laugh at Red, all those other people who are doing lives. Please show it to your generation, because I believe even you, I always say this. I said, if your grandchildren can see it and you're still alive, when you die, they'll not even give you a befitting burial. That's my opinion, because they'll say you throw everything like this and you render us in abject poverty because you never see it. So please just stay in, stay tight, be patient, because when it comes to something like this, patience is the key. In everything you do, there must be patience.
Yeah, and I want to explain something. There was another comment. Well, I don't want to lie to people. That's what he said. Don't. Nobody, I wouldn't lie. I don't want to lie to people either. The point is, we're in the journey of something great. We believe where we're going is something massive for all of us. We believe it. But we have to get there. We have to go through this part of it. Do we like it? We don't. It doesn't matter if we like it. It doesn't matter if what happens. It is the journey, and we have to go through this to get where we're going. And people can say, yeah, but I don't know why it took so long. I'm sure people that followed Moses were wondering the same thing. No, it takes time. It depends on what you're doing. The bigger it is, the more massive, the more outreach, the longer it's going to take. And when you especially think about this, everything we do kind of steps on the toes of others. Not directly, but indirectly, of course. You can't imagine that there's other video conferencing companies that go, man, I hope they stumble and fall to the ground. And things have come at the company that a normal company would have went, okay, break it, I'm done. Because the truth is, this company could be soaring well on its way to the #1 company in the world if Ash had decided way back then, I'm not sharing the wealth. If he'd have just got in, call it whatever you want, there's people, but there are a number going to go what he's doing just for him, his family, and friends. He could have been running a long, long time ago. But when you're dealing with people and you're dealing with countries and you're dealing with laws, and you have to be compliant, not just in New Jersey, but compliant in 50 states, and then go to another country with 100 states, go to another one that's got different. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And all this during the journey, that's happening behind the scenes. I mean, let's remember something. While they're fine-tuning OConnect, they're working on 100 different things. They don't have everybody focused on. They don't do that. That would be ridiculous. They have people working on our future. Just because we don't see it, don't mean it's not happening. There's a lot of things in the world that are very powerful that you can't see. God, oxygen, pretty powerful stuff. Without it, I wouldn't want to be here. Without it, I wouldn't be here. So there's stuff going on. He tries to explain that. Here's the thing. If you're feeling that edgy about it, just calm down and wait. Don't go out telling something. Yeah, if you go out right now and say, if you get in, you can get in, you're going to be affiliate, you can make, they can't. Not yet. Now, would I get in to be ready? Absolutely. Will I get in and get the free products anyway? Absolutely. Would I want to be one of the first ones in this massive company that has gone through all kinds of hell and back and it's still standing? That means a lot to me. It should mean a lot to everybody here. Even the people that talk about Onpassive. Think about the company you've been bashing for 5 years. It has one common denominator. It's still freaking here. It hasn't budged. You can name, oh, government did this, you guys are in trouble, Ash is this, you're this, Marty, you're a freaking duke, and go on and on and on. But the outcome is almost 6 years later, this freaking oak tree is still here and never fell over. And you guys can huff and puff all you want. You're at the wrong house. Other houses fall down. You heard the story. Made it of sticks, made it of this. Onpassive was made with gold and made with the heart of people that love each other. It ain't going nowhere unless God says, okay, Mapara, I don't want it to happen. But that's not what I'm seeing. No matter what wind comes, no matter what people slam on us, we're still here. We're still here. Think about it. What damage have you done other than you huddled together with 5 or 6 people and the whole whopping 100 people that go to your channel? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I would bark up another tree. This is a redwood. You're not cutting it down. Go somewhere else. Knock down those little trees. It's a lot more fun. You can see the end result. How bad are you going to feel when it launches and everybody's doing really well? You guys are going to be so depressed. I just hope you don't buy any ropes and do something nasty. But where are you going to focus? You guys got to open up your minds. Find other people to bitch about. You got to go to another company and find out. No, I mean, really, I wouldn't keep beating on this freaking tanker that doesn't even know you're there when you could go out somebody and just knock down these little tugboats. I'm just trying to help you out. If you're negative and you want to do that, seriously, I can't imagine my dumbass spending 5 years beating on an oak tree and nobody cares. Hey, look what I did. Yeah, dumbass, you've been cutting on that tree for a year. It's still growing. It's still getting bigger. You've gone through 50 axe heads. Look, it's still there. Yeah, but I can badmouth. Yeah, but you look like an idiot trying to yell at a tree that doesn't know you're there. Anyway, it's just crazy. Find something else. You guys are going to burn yourself out. I care about you.
Marty, do you know what I just wanted to share? When you are someone like this, where you always dwell on negativity, I don't know if you can travel to Dubai and then take the metro to Onpassive train station. Tell them, no, I don't want to get into that train station because, I'm not going there. No, I'm not using the metro. Everyone will look at you and say, are you really crazy? Are you really serious? You can just walk. Because sometimes I don't know when you are so negative in something and the thing is growing bigger and bigger and bigger and you don't even see it. But I always said, I pray that God continue to shut their eyes, shut their heart, so that they will not even get there and then things just explode. Then the regret will come, as Marty said.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just got a visual. And I have visuals all the time.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You ever watch these shows like National Geographics, right? And there's this big-ass rhinoceros, right? And yeah, it's got flies and stuff, and it's swatting it with its tail, okay? Those things it's swatting, it really doesn't care about them. It goes on, it grazes, it lives a full life, and then it dies one day. Why be a fly on a rhino? Why can't you be a fly on a mouse? It would drive me insane. You could beat a mouse down to nothing. Get a different career. It's not working. It's not working. I mean, some of your channels with 200-300 people, maybe 1,000. Come on, it's not working. You got to bark at another tree. All right. And I'm not a big enough celebrity, obviously, because nothing's happening. You're embarrassing me. At least if you're going to be negative, be good at it. All right. But say, look, I knocked that place down. We beat that company to the ground. But nothing's happening. Nothing. Hey, I see Jerry Nix is here. Jerry, fantastic job yesterday. Fantastic. You're going to be back on. Maybe we'll have you on with Collins.
Yep.
You know who Jerry Nix is? Chris in 20 years.
Oh.
Scary freaking thought.
30 years. 30 years.
It was lovely.
How can you guys keep getting prettier? Okay. I think, look, I don't know who you are really, but you need to go to get your eyes fixed. You know. Anyway, that's all I have, guys. Are you done?
Yeah, Marty.
Or do we joke about people trying to cut down this freaking oak tree? It's crazy. Chris, you done?
I've been done.
The only thing I just want to add is people should be patient. I know people say soon, soon. Yes, soon is soon. Can happen now, it can happen tomorrow, it can happen next month, but let's be patient. It's just like you've swim across you're swimming across an ocean and you are in the middle seeing dry land. You say, you know what? I just want to turn back. After you waste all your energy saying dry land, safety ground, and you say, you know what? I'm going back. You cannot behave like that.
No. Yeah, don't even, especially when they're swimming for you. You're sitting in a yacht while they take you to the promised land. Come on, just wait. We're going to be fine. Everything right now is temporary. It's just temporary. And I know it's bad. I'm not joking. I'm kidding around now because I want to make you smile. And I know things are rough. But I'm going to tell you something. Do yourself a favor. No matter how bad things are in the DeGarmo household, and they've been bad in the last couple of months, I do one thing every day. I think about the billions of people that have it worse. I think about the person that is so thirsty they'll walk 5 miles to go get water, and then when they drink it, the water itself might kill them. I don't know about you, but my life's not that bad. It's not that bad. I can walk 5 feet and get water, and I don't have to worry about it killing me. That's pretty sad. That's the stuff we have to change. And that's what we should focus on. Not some idiot trying to cut down freaking Onpassive, okay? We should just focus on what we're going to be able to do. You know, you're swimming across the English Channel and you can see land, and the person swimming with you, you're not going to make it, and then you make it. What are they going to do? Swim back? No, they're going to drown. I just did all that effort and the company did fine. I thought I was powerful. Obviously not. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. We had like 400 people today, a little over. That's pretty cool. And love you all, no doubt. Keep the faith. I wish things were going to happen quicker, obviously. Thomas McKeon, stay cool, buddy. People are going to come in. They're going to flock in. You're going to be a hero, Thomas. Just stay cool. Don't push something ahead of itself. Don't put the cart before the horse. And I want to tell everybody, and I mean this, and this is fact. No one wants this baby to go like Mr. Ashmapara. He's the one paying the bills. He's the one that's paying millions to people so we can get on OConnect and do whatever we want. I could go start up an OConnect right now. Everybody in Onpassive can start an OConnect right now, and we're not paying a dime. What a nasty tree we're in. What a nasty freaking tree that would do that for us. That's my point. Let them get done. They're full steam ahead, and this baby gets moving again. Now, someday we don't have to worry about somebody dropping the ball because the ball will stay in our court. Now we have to hand off because we're not totally locked in ourselves. That's another thing that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to get everything internal. Why? Licenses, agreements. You have to be legal. So we're on our way, everybody. We're well on our way. O-Connect right now, I don't care if the backdrop's invaded, nobody touches us. And what did Mr. Mufaro say? We got another one coming out in the spring or summertime that makes it obsolete. That's where we work. That's what we're part of. And we're going to reap the rewards. Why? When people come into O-Connect and say, oh my God, it's better than anything I have. It's cheaper than anything I have. Technology is better than anything I have. And I can make a living from it. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm getting another one even better. Come on. Anyway, I'll see you all, and thank you for coming. And we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Chris won't be here. He goes to church tomorrow, right, Chris?
That's correct.
All right. He needs to go, guys, if you know him.
Someone's got to pray, and I do put a prayer request out every Sunday on my Facebook. Who needs prayers? You can put them in there now.
He does. And then when he walks out of church, he starts sinning again for the next 128 hours. Okay? It's just what he does. It's okay.
I'm thinking, how can I spend my time hating on something that I already hate? I haven't figured that one out yet.
You got to find something new. Yeah. Focus. You got to refocus. As Bob Takusi would say, anybody that's focusing on taking down Onpassive, you need to focus on something else. Okay? Okay, and most of you know what I mean by that. In fact, if Bob hears this, he's probably going, oh my God. Anyway, I'll see you on.